Right, happy to find you here on a Sunday morning. So yesterday I had the pleasure of going to St Annes in Hilton and talking to the girls there. And we had a wonderful time. I was completely blown away how engaged they were and how excited they were, and all the questions that I was asked. And the enthusiasm and the energy that they brought to that. So we had so much fun. Unfortunately, we only had 45 minutes, so it was a bit of a push to get everything done. So I spoke to them about how where we're in a geomorphological hotspot, from the great escarpment of the Drakensberg in the high hinterland all the way down to the coast, and the asymmetric drainage that we have in South Africa, and really interesting things that are going on. So Lester King, the man who claimed to be the greatest geomorphologist in the world, travelled all over southern Africa looking at these amazing landscapes, and to this day they still speak of King. He's in all the literature, all his erosion surfaces and his theory of peneplanation. I'm going to talk more about those things in future videos, but it was just fun introducing the girls at St Annes to that. So thank you, St Annes. And at the end of it, they gave me this lovely gift. I thought it was chocolates or something. I nearly put it in the fridge. There was this most beautifully wrapped up parcel. And inside that, no chocolates, I'm afraid, this little toolkit. Hey, how beautiful is that? Sockets, a little wrench, and some lovely screwdrivers. So thank you, St Annes. Really appreciate it. And then a little card, hey, look at that. And their logo on the back. How smart. Simple, plain, stylish, lovely. And if you can't read that, it says, reflect, embrace, reach out. So that's what we're doing. We're reaching out. There's always reflection. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next visit to St Annes. And if you're watching this in Southern Africa, give me a shout, because I'll come and talk at your school, and we can do exactly the same, and we'll have a huge amount of fun. So trying to get these kids to embrace this subject, which it really is very, very amazing. I often reflect on these things and wonder why people become professors of geomorphology and geology. And I think, like Lester King, he just traveled all over Southern Africa looking at these things that interested him, and he got paid to do it. And so he had to put something on paper, and he came up with all his theories. Obviously a clever man, but what's the driving force behind it? And it must have been so amazing, traveling those high roads and back roads and walking into the most amazing landscapes just to go and have a look and be nosy and find out how the world is put together. So thanks to Lester King, and I also want to go on journeys like that. What I did say to the girls yesterday, when I was at school, we learnt about Davis's erosion cycle, his theories of peneplanation. And then Walter Penck was thrown into the equation. He was I think he was German or Austrian. Sadly, he passed away at a very young age, but he also came up with theories of landscape evolution and kind of went head to head with Davis. And then Lester King got onto the bandwagon, and he came up with this theory of peneplanation. And where better landscapes than in Southern Africa to go and look at those things. And I do believe, as King believed, that peneplanation is probably the dominant process in terms of landscape erosion here in Southern Africa. So as I spend more time with this, because being a geologist, we're looking at rocks and minerals, but I kind of dive back into this whole thing and trying to understand what King was saying in terms of landscape evolution. And when I was at school, we learnt about King, and we learnt about Penck, and we learnt about Davis, but we didn't know that King was literally 11.5 kilometers away from us. He was the head of department at the University of Natal, as it was then, the head of geology department. And I just wish those teachers had got a hold of King and brought him down from his ivory tower and got him to come and talk to us about his amazing theory, which still holds water to a great extent. And you can read about King in all the geomorphological textbooks, anyone in the world, not necessarily even a South African one. So we should have had King to come and talk to us. So I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to do my thing and reach out to all you guys, and so we can talk about all these amazing things. And I know King was the head of geology at the university, so I don't claim to be the head of geology or have written all the papers, but in my own way, I can reach out and bring my experience and my skills and share it with you. I put my black tie on today. The black is a nod to those 1950s and 1960s scientists who did all that amazing work on the space program. They're all the technical guys. sitting there with their short white shirt, with a thin black tie, and often big black rimmed glasses, looking like Buddy Holly, and you just see that was their uniform. And then I saw a documentary on the British space program, and they were in Australia in the middle of nowhere, and then they were ordered home because the British government had cancelled their rocket ship. So they had the Helen, so they just went outside and they just pressed the button and they shot this rocket up into the sky, and then they went home. But they were all wearing white short sleeve shirts and black ties, so I'm wearing a white long sleeve shirt because I don't have any white short sleeve shirts. But I've got the black tie and I can stick pens in my pocket. Hopefully the ink runs a little bit and you get little stains at the bottom of the pocket. Alright, so we'll see you on the next one, hey? So looking forward to adventuring with you.